We're going to talk about using QCam with a remote guest in which they're instructed to take a set of cues that you give them. You create this, get it to them, email, chat, Slack, whatever it is. They open it up in QCam and they can download it, QCam for free to run your deck. And then when you're on Zoom or in a meeting, whether they're in a school and it's a classroom situation, if they're at work and there's a report that needs to be given. Some cases, you may instruct them that, look, here's the assignment, go out and do a few things and create your presentation. And when you're ready, put that presentation up so I can see it and I'll call on you. So I went to ChatGPT and asked it for help. And the focus of so many of the tools that are out today are on a show as opposed to a collaborative event. So instead of broadcasting out, how do we organize to draw out the participants so that they contribute from their own perspectives? That's the goal here. This is not an expanded storyboard that I'm looking for. I want a set of cue cards for both the host and the guest. Clearly, ChatGPT knows how to do that. Here is host cue cards. Here is guest cue cards. And so I thought I'd run through some of those cards. These cards are designed to guide both the host and the guest through a structured and engaging experience. So you can imagine a business meeting, classroom setting, you name it. So, host cue card number 1. You have an opening. You want to greet the audience with enthusiasm. Briefly introduce the show's theme and today's topic. Mention the guest's name. Tease the expertise that they bring. That sort of thing. It comes up on the teleprompter. And then transition to introducing the guest formally. Cue the guest to give a brief background about themselves, an introduction of an interactive segment. And this is uniquely possible with QCam in the sense that I could give people an assignment that they don't know about. When they open up their cards, they can go, oh, I need to do some work, do some research. I need to pull in from a certain dashboard. Or audience can submit questions, and the host could be sending messages to the guest. Host could decide, okay, let's address certain things that were brought up, and the guest is asked right then to offer their expertise, their point of view. Now, let's switch to the guest. The guest's first interaction is going to be a self-introduction, and they're going to introduce themselves, and they're going to briefly mention their expertise. They're going to be asked to prepare to engage with a question or discussion point and provide thoughtful insights and answers to audience questions. These bullets appear on their teleprompter. They're cues. They provide direction and comprehensiveness. Then you have a deep dive discussion for the guest. So now they can go into what they were prepared to speak about, and they can bring in real life experiences themselves. They're cued to think through it this way, tuned to your group, your audience. But the idea is to send out cue cards. They download QCam, they play their cue cards as a way of engaging, and their camera goes into Zoom or whatever the mechanism is. And you now don't need to have a host running the show. You just use the infrastructure that's provided by Meet, Teams, Zoom, and QCam at the edge.